Students, let's begin with geometry, that is chapter number 5, coordinate geometry, and exercise 5.1 part 1. We'll begin with, now here we have in 5.1 we have distance formula. Now we have already studied this chapter in standard 9th coordinate geometry. So all we have basics of standard 9th only. We'll begin with sum number 1, main question number 1. Find the distance between each of the following pair of points. The first sub question is, see, A is 2, 3 and B is 4, 1. Means coordinate of point A is 2, 3 and the coordinate of point B is 4, 1. So see, first we'll write here. See, A is 2, 3. That means here x1 is 2 and y1 is 3. B is 4, 1. So that means x2 is 4 and y2 is 1. So now we have to find the distance between the given points. So by using distance formula we get, the formula is distance between AB is under root x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Now see, we have x1, y1, x2, y2. So distance between AB will be x2 is 4 minus x1 is 2. So 4 minus 2 the whole square plus y2 is 1 minus y1 is 3 the whole square. So we'll simplify this. 4 minus 2 will be 2 to the whole square plus 1 minus 3 will be minus 2 the whole square. Now 2 square is 4 and minus 2 square is also 4. So 4 plus 4 will be 8. So root 8. So now when you split this, you get 4 into 2 is 8. Now 4 is a perfect root of 2. So we get 2 root 2 units. Now there are 6 sub questions. We did first one. I'll take one more. All the sums are same. You have to use the same distance formula. Now I'll take one more sum, that is question number 3rd, which is in fraction form. See, R is given 0, minus 3, means coordinate of point R is 0, minus 3 and S is 0, 5 upon 2, means coordinate of point S is 0, 5 upon 2. So first we'll write here R, that is 0, minus 3, which means here x1 is 0 and y1 is minus 3. Similarly, S is given 0 upon 0, 5 upon 2. So that means x2 is 0 and y2 is 5 upon 2. So by using distance formula we get, we'll write the formula, that is distance between RS will be under root x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Now see, x2 is 0 and x1 is also 0. So 0 minus 0 the whole square plus y2 is, now here you can see 5 upon 2 plus, I'm writing plus, the reason is, see, in formula we have y2 minus y1. Now in y, we know that y1 is minus 3. So minus of minus becomes plus. So I'm writing plus 3 the whole square. Now 0 minus 0 will be 0 the whole square. Now 5 upon 2 plus 3 means it is 5 upon 2 plus 3 upon 1. So now you cannot add as the denominators are different. So I will do cross multiplication. 5 1s are 5 plus 3 2s are 6 upon 2 remains same. So 5 plus 6 will be 11 upon 2 the whole square. So 11 upon 2 square, 11 square will be 121, 2 square will be 4. So by taking square root, what we get, that is 11 upon 2 units. That means distance between RS is 11 upon 2 units. Now we'll move on to next sum. See students, because of some animation problem, you can see under root 2 minus 1 square plus minus 5 plus 3 the whole square appears first. That is wrong, that will come later on. The main question I'll read out. Determine whether the points are collinear. Now see, 3 points will be given. Question number 1 sub question is A is 1, minus 3, B is 2 comma minus 5 and C is minus 4 comma 7. So see now, first what we'll do, we'll take AB. First we'll find distance of AB. So see, I'm taking A and B. A is 1 comma minus 3 and B is 2 comma minus 5. Here x1 is 1 and y1 is minus 3, x2 is 2 and y2 is minus 5. So by using distance formula, first we'll find out distance of AB. The formula is under root x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So x2 is 2, 2 minus x1 is 1, 2 minus 1 the whole square plus, see again y2 is given minus 5. Now in formula we have minus sign and in y1 also we have minus 3, so minus of minus becomes plus. So plus 3 the whole square. Now when I simplify, 2 minus 1 will be 1 square plus minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2. So minus 2 the whole square. Now further when I simplify, 1 square will be 1, minus 2 square will be 4. So 1 plus 4 will be root 5. So that will be my statement number 1. So first I got the distance between AB, that is root 5. So now I will find the distance between BC. We got AB, now we'll go for BC. Now B is given 2 comma minus 3 and C is given minus 4 comma 7. So here x1 is 2 and y1 is minus 5, x2 is minus 4 and y2 is 7. So by using distance formula, that is distance between BC will be under root x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So x2 is minus 4 minus x1 is 2 the whole square plus y2 is 7, minus is there, again we have minus 5, so minus of minus becomes plus, so plus 5 the whole square. Now when I simplify, minus 4 into minus 2 will be minus 6 the whole square plus 7 plus 5 will be 12 the whole square. So we will simplify, minus 6 square will be 36, 12 square will be 144. 36 plus 144 is equal to under root 180. So now when we multiply this, 36 into 5 we get 180. 36 is a perfect root of 6. Square root of 36 is 6 and root 5 remains same. So we get 6 root 5 units, that is statement number 2. So distance between BC I got 6 root 5. Now we'll go for AC. We got first AB, then BC. Now we'll find the distance of AC. So A is 1 comma minus 3 and C is minus 4 comma 7. So again by using distance formula, we'll write the distance formula. See now x2 is minus 4, minus x1 is 1 and here y2 is 7, minus of minus becomes plus and y1 is 3. So when I simplify this, minus of minus becomes plus, minus 4 minus 1 is minus 5 the whole square plus 7 plus 3 is 10. So we get minus 5 the whole square is 25 plus 10 square will be 100. 25 plus 100 will be 125. So we get under root 125. So we split it into 25 into 5. 25 5s will be 125. 25 is a perfect square root of 5. So I write for 25 I write 5 and root 5 remains same. So I get distance between AC is 5 root 5 units. So now you can see here, first here I got distance of AB as root 5, which was my statement number 1. Distance of BC is 6 root 5, statement number 2. Distance of AC is 5 root 5, this is statement number 3. So from 1, 2 and 3 we get what? See. Now when I add, you can see statement number 1 and statement number 3. 1 is root 5 plus 3 is 5 root 5. So 1 plus 5 becomes 6, 6 root 5, which is equal to statement number 2. So that is distance of AB. When I add AB plus AC, I get exactly BC. So we know that if the distance of any two points is equal to the third one, then the points are collinear. Here there is correction, see. We know that if the distance of any two, TWO2 will come, 2 points are equal to the third, then the points are said to be collinear. Now let's move on to second question, that is L, M, N are given. L is minus 2 comma 3, M is 1 comma minus 3 and N is 5 comma 4. So we have to find whether these L, M, N are collinear. So first we'll do the same thing. First we'll find the distance of LM, then we'll find the distance of MN, then we'll find the distance of LN. So first we'll take LM. So by using distance formula, the formula is distance between LM is under root x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Now here x2 is 1 and x1 is minus 2. So see 1 minus, and we have minus 6, so minus of minus 2. So minus of minus will be plus. So plus 2 the whole square plus y2 is minus 3 minus, and y1 is again 3. So 1 plus 2 will be 3 the whole square plus minus 3 is minus 6. Minus 6 the whole square. 3 square will be 9. Minus 6 square will be 36. So 36 plus 9 will be 45. So 45 I'll write. 9 into 5 is 45. 9 is a perfect root of 3. So I will write 3 root 5. That is my statement number 1, which is the distance of LM. Now we'll find distance of MN. So here you can see now we'll write MN, that is M is 1 comma minus 3 and N is 5 comma 4. So x1 is 1, y1 is minus 3, x2 is 5 and y2 is 4. So by using distance formula, so x2 that is 5 minus 1 the whole square plus y2 is 4 minus, and y1 is minus 3. So minus of minus is plus 3. So 5 minus 1 will be 4 square plus 4 plus 7 will be 4 plus 3 will be 7 square. So finally we get 16 plus 49, which is equal to 65 under root 65 units. That is my statement number 2, that is MN, distance of MN. Now I'll go for distance of LN. So see now LN is, L is minus 2 comma 3, that is x1 is minus 2 and y1 is 3. N is 5 comma 4, that is x2 is 5 and y2 is 4. So by using distance formula, that is x2 minus x1. So 5 minus of minus becomes plus 2 the whole square plus y2 is 4 minus y1 is 3. So what we get? 5 plus 2 is 7 and 4 minus 3 will be 1 square. So 49 plus 1 is 50. So under root 50 we can write it as 25 into 2 is 50. So 25 is a perfect square of root 5. So we get 5 root 2 as statement number 3. Now see here, first distance of LM was 3 root 5 units. Distance of MN is root 65 and distance of LN, that is from third, is 5 root 2. You can see here the sum of any two sides is not equal to the third side. Hence the given points are not collinear. Now we'll move on to next sum, that is main question number 3rd. Find the point on x-axis. You have to find the point on x-axis which is equidistant, means at a equal distance from A, which is given C minus 3 comma 4 and B, that is 1 comma minus 4. So we'll begin the step as it is, that is A and B are given. So x1 is minus 3 and y1 is 4, x2 is 1 and y2 is minus 4. Now see, we have to find the point. So we'll take that point as P. Let P be the point on the x-axis which is equidistant from point A and B. So what we get, see, PA will be equal to PB. Let this be my statement number 1. Now see, it is given that P lies on x-axis. That means the y coordinate will be 0. So we know P lies on x-axis which is given. See, the question is find the point on x-axis. So that means y is equal to 0. So p is x comma 0 because y is 0. So now from 1 what we get, PA is equal to PB. So same will use distance formula, that is, you know the distance formula, under root x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So we'll take two sides now, left hand side and right hand side. Now left hand side will take PA and right side will take PB. So see, by using distance formula, on left hand side you can see x plus 3 the whole square plus 0 minus 4 the whole square, that is PA. Here we are using distance of PA and here we are using PB. Right hand side, that is x minus 1 the whole square plus 0 plus 4 the whole square. Now see what we will do. By squaring both the sides, we'll remove the root. So the root is gone. Now what is left? See, x plus 3 the whole square plus 16 is equal to x minus 1 the whole square plus 16. So you can see here left hand side and right hand side we have plus 16 plus 16. So we'll cancel that. So plus 16 get cancelled. So what is left here? Now you can see x plus 3 the whole square is equal to x minus 1 the whole square. Now this is of the form a plus b the whole square on left hand side is equal to a minus b the whole square on right hand side. So see, now when you use this expansion formula, left hand side, see what we have, x plus 3 the whole square. There we will use a plus b the whole square. So a means x and b means 3. So a square means x square plus 2ab means 2 multiplied by x multiplied by 3 will be 6x plus b square means 9. 3 square will be 9, and right hand side will use the expansion for a minus b the whole square. Now here a is 1, a is x and b is 1. So a square means x square minus 2ab means 2 into x into 1 is 2x plus b square means 1 square. So see what we get, x square plus 6x plus 9 is equal to x square minus 2x plus 1. Now again we have left hand side and right hand side x square, so we'll cancel that x square. So what is left, x square plus 9 equal to minus 2x plus 1. Now we'll take the like terms, 6x, and from right hand side we'll bring 2x on the left hand side. So see, minus becomes plus, so 6x plus 2x equal to 1. From left we'll shift minus 9 to right hand side becomes plus 9 becomes minus 9. So 6 plus 2 is 8, x is equal to 1 minus 9 will be minus 8. So 8x equal to minus 8. Now when you divide you get value of x as minus 1. So p is minus 1 comma 0. So the coordinate of point x, the coordinate on x-axis which is at an equidistance from point A and B are minus 1 comma 0. Thank you. Now this was the part 1 of exercise 5.1. In the next video, we'll continue with the same exercise, that is 5.1 part 2. Thank you.